Number 3 is House Corbois. More specifically, Remus and Gareth and maybe Aemon. They are vying for control of the crown and want to weaken Diem. They don't like mortals and believe Diem is in their way of securing power. Gareth in particular is very prejudiced against the mortals. He was openly disgusted with Andre's advisor appointment, and he will soon enough taunt Diem for her father's death. He is also known to call Diem a half-breed to her face, which was one of the insults written on the wall at the crime scene. But also, Aemon regularly uses this slur. I will say I don't think Aemon was personally involved, only because he's not a soldier, as Taryn will point out for why he's a terrible choice for High General, and whoever this assassin was clearly skilled with a blade.
Well, I mean, Andre was one of the highest ranking mortals in the Amarian army. Yeah, they would have to be very, very skilled to not only kill him, but also all the guards that Luther had on him.
On that note, though, it's not out of the question that Aemon is involved. Could he be relying on Diem thinking there's something good underneath, but perhaps that's the facade he's leaning on as he ensured her father is murdered? Could he be that pissed at her for dancing with Luther? So after he saw how the House Bennett meeting went down, he was like, yep, fuck her. And then he will try to get back in her good graces after her father's death. And then there's also the fact that Aemon is very close with House Hanover too, especially Ileana, and he was hanging out with Jean, there's something there. But back to Remus and Gareth, my 2 top contenders for House Corbois. We know what they're capable of after hearing the story about wiping out the house that poisoned Ulther's mate, and what they have done to members of their own family. These 2 are feeling threatened by Diem. She's too much of a wild card with her temper, assertiveness, and love for mortals. So this could be their way of knocking her down a peg, making her a shell of herself so they gain the upper hand again, all while removing the mortal advisor from their council.
Now, I do want to point out that they want her on the throne, and if her spirits are broken and she loses the challenging, then Luther is most likely to get the throne. So are they thinking that that's like tomorrow's problem? However, if she is so broken that then they have to restart the 30-day cycle of the challenging, then they could be in control for even longer before she gets coordinated. So it's almost like they're seeing this as a 30-day reset.
I see this as they don't want her to be challenged, period. And if they break her before the challenging, then that's keeping her quiet and under their control during the house receptions and all of that, so she's less of a threat to be challenged in the first place.